Happy Sunday, low carb family. Glad to see you all here today. Haven't been in for a while, so I want to check in with you guys. And I've watched a recipe, and you know me, I just decided I might give it a try. Whether it turns out or not, that's all right. We won't know until we try. So today I'm going to try a recipe, and let me peek. I believe the channel on YouTube is Cooking with Dave, and I will post the link to his recipe in there. This is not my recipe. This is what he showed on his channel, and I wanted to share that with you today and just kind of go along and have you be here while we make it, test it out, see if it's any good. Before we get started on the donuts, since it's Sunday, I just wanted to I just had a great day at church today, and our pastor was giving a good message, and a verse that really stuck with me today was Galatians 2:20. And I'm sorry if you're not a religious person, just fast forward through this part or just go along. It's fine. We're all welcome here. But Galatians 2:20 says, I am crucified with Christ, nevertheless I live. Yet not I, but Christ liveth in me, and the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by the faith of the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. What really stuck with me this time, I've heard that verse several times, was that we're not supposed to live by our faith. I'm not supposed to live by Sherry's faith, my amount of faith. I'm supposed to live with the same amount of faith that Jesus Christ had. Now that's a lot to think about. So that's something I'm going to work on, and I just wanted to share that with you. So for the donuts, I went ahead and did some pre-mixing of like the dry ingredients and the wet ingredients, and we'll mix them together. These donuts are cottage cheese donuts, and I know several of you and I myself have tried the cottage cheese flatbread, which tastes pretty good. These donuts look absolutely delicious, and you've got to go check out his channel and watch this video. He showed 3 different glazes to put on them, a vanilla, a chocolate, and a cinnamon sugar. And I asked my husband which he wanted to try, and he said cinnamon sugar. So I have got, let me grab a spoon here. So I went ahead and pre-made, I might have to add a little bit of cream to it. Pre-made a cinnamon glaze. Now this looks a little thick. I might add a little bit of cream before I actually put on the donuts. So I'm just going to kind of go over a little bit. Like I said, I pre-mixed some stuff just to kind of make it a little quicker in this video. So you start with a cup of cottage cheese and you put it in a blender. I just used my Magic Bullet. I'm not sure if it did the best job. I probably would use my regular blender the next time, to be honest with you. It took a while to even get it mixed to where it's at, but we're going to try it, see if it turns out. And then you mix that, set that aside. Then your dry ingredients are 1.5 cup of almond flour, 1/4 cup of coconut flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/2 cup of sweetener. I used allulose, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. So that's what all is mixed here in my dry ingredients. I just tried to incorporate that all real well. Then your wet ingredients are 4 eggs, and you beat them by themselves until they're fluffy. Hopefully that's a good place for them to be. Then I added to that a 1/2 cup of melted butter and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. So that's it for your wet ingredients. So then you just are supposed to slowly add your dry ingredients into the wet ingredients, and then we're going to see how this goes. Now, Dave had donut pans, or a donut pan. I do not. So I am going to try just my silicone hot dog bun pan. They might look like Long John donuts, but this donut looks more like a cake kind of donut. So I'm not going to fill it, although Jim said I probably should, but so maybe we can have some whipped cream with it. But we're going to see. We're just going to hope they turn out good. They looked really good. Next time I would try the chocolate glaze just because I'm a chocolate girl. So I am going to mix all these together, come back and put them in the pan and bake them. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I was able to get about 6 of these hot dog buns filled, about 3/4 of the way. It's not perfect. Dave used a piping bag into his donut pan. I'm not good with a piping bag. The last one I tried was a disaster. I don't even own one, but I tried one out of a baggie. That doesn't work. So we're going to bake these for 15 minutes. I had to look, 350 for 15 minutes. And we'll come back and let them cool and try the glaze. Okay, I left them in for 18 minutes. I took them out at 15, checked them with the toothpick, and they were not done. I'll see if I can get you in a closer shot here. This is what they look like. I'm going to let them cool, and then I will take them out of these pans, maybe cool them a little more, and top them with the glaze. I'll be back. All right, guys. Took them out of the pan. They came out of the silicone pans really nice. So I don't know if you have a silicone donut mold pan, but that would be good. They're all toasty brown when you take them out on the bottom. They look good. I know this side is light colored, this side dark colored. Now I think in his video it was the same way when he took it out of the donut pan, but we're going to continue to let these cool, cover them in the glaze, and we'll come back and then we'll do a taste test for sure. All right, guys, I added the glaze on. I do not know yet if they're going to taste good, but they look good. My first time ever making a homemade donut of any kind. So I'm just going to let the glaze set for a little bit and we'll give them a taste test. All right, they are all done. Now for my first donut making experience, I think they look pretty good. I'll see if I can show you close. Do not know how they're going to taste, but we're going to find out. So I'm going to take one off of here. The glaze has not set up like smooth like glaze on a cookie. So it's a little bit different in that aspect. Kind of looks like cake. Show you up close. Looks like a cake. So maybe it tastes like a cake donut. We're about to find out. Cheers, y'all. Let's see. I would say definitely more like a cake. So that recipe would make a really good cake. Now my husband's a fan of cake donuts, so this might be something he would like. I think I personally would like the chocolate glaze better. I like cinnamon. Maybe if it sets up a little harder, maybe putting them in the refrigerator a little bit would let the glaze harden a little on the top. That could make a difference as well. But overall, very good. I'd totally recommend it. Endless possibilities. I'm sure you could make different flavored donuts. It's fall, so for those of you who are pumpkin fans, you may play around with that and try some pumpkin donuts. But overall, I'm really glad I tried this, and I think this could end up being a really nice treat. Maybe be great to take into work on, I don't know if you saw one of my recent videos where Fridays we get donuts at work and I'm usually able to say no, and then I had a day where I didn't say no. So then I had a whole bad weekend of eating sugar. So maybe on Fridays I could take my own donut and not have that temptation. So give this recipe a try. Again, got to look because I got short-term memory. Cooking with Dave. I'm going to link this video below that has him making these, and I hope y'all try them and have a great week. I will try to check back in. Please let me know in the comments if you have made donuts and have you made anything out of the cottage cheese recipes. Would love to know. Just stop by and say hi. I appreciate it. Love you all. Goodbye.